Thailand, the land of smiles and hard knocks. Another fighter emerges from the art of 8 limbs. His roots are deeply tied with his fellow countrymen, but with a twist that sets him apart from the other boys at school. With both Thai and French heritage, Alexandre Blin fights under 2 flags across his back. The Singaporean martial arts powerhouse, One Championship, is no stranger to building Thai and French superstars in Muay Thai and kickboxing. But now, with an up-and-coming Thai-French MMA fighter is rising fast, putting Blin at the front of the pack to become the next big thing in Southeast Asia and Europe. Lumpini Stadium and One Championship's Friday night fights are the testing grounds for young, hungry warriors ready to prove their worth. A standout performance there earns a golden ticket to the big leagues, One Championship's Saturday night show. July 25th marks the biggest turning point yet for Alexandre as he faces a dangerous Chinese striker. But Blin doesn't fear anyone willing to stand and bang, whether if it ends in a clinical unanimous decision or a shocking, brutal finish. He's ready for war and a chance to go 5-0 in his second One Championship fight. You are watching The Fight Journal, Alexandre Blin. The weight cut, one of the toughest battles in the sport. And with only a few days before the biggest fight of his life, the brutal training schedule combined with Thailand's unforgiving heat makes the cut that much harder. But he's done it before. And as a professional, he knows this is a part of the job. These moments, where the body breaks and the mind starts to fade, can be lonely. But Alex isn't alone. A full team of coaches and fighters is behind him, pushing him through.
Man, I have the blessing of being here because I'm surrounded by giants. I look up to so many people here. It's always cool when you have good people around you that try to strike a smile on your face when things get a little rough. I'll definitely carry that moment with me walking to the gym, knowing that all the trainers are here, even though I haven't trained with them all personally, but we live together, we spend a lot of time together, and it is a man-to-man combat scenario, but it takes a village for anybody to get up there, so I'm very blessed and very grateful about the support system that I have here.
Growing up mixed race, with a foot in both Thailand and France, he's had to navigate identity from an early age.
รถลื่นเหรอไม่เป็นไรใช่ไหมฮัลโหลได้ยินผมไหม je connais pas toute l'histoire, lui il va dire ce qu'il faut pour...
But in this sport, his identity is clear. He walks to the cage alone, but behind him stands his teammates and the nations he represents. Even an outsider can feel the outcome of a fight in the days before it happens, just by watching a fighter's mentality. And for Alex, his goal is simple: make a statement. Let the world know who he is.
Before I step onto the stairs, I like to do my little Thai style hands together prayer and just basically ask for a little blessing from the ghosts and the spirits of the arena. And something that I've carried with me since my days doing military training is to ask for protection, to ask for injury-free, and to ask for good luck.
No one can pray for an easy win. Fate doesn't work that way. But Alexandre doesn't want easy. He wants to leave his mark. And so he marches forward towards the biggest opportunity of his life with only days away, calling upon the Muay Thai gods with the traditional Y crew. It's fight day. The weight's been made, the final stare-downs are done. This is the calm before the storm. The tension is real, but the purpose is still crystal clear. As always, Lumpini Stadium is electric. Fans from across the globe line up to witness the action. The lights, the buzz, the smell of oil and adrenaline in the air. Everything is building towards one of those unforgettable nights. As the seats fill and anticipation swells, Alexandre Blin waits in the shadows, focused, calm, ready. As the opening fight of the night, he is determined to give the audience a reason to be on time.
Alexandre has striking capabilities, but even if it goes to the ground, he feels confident.
Touch glove if you want, and back to your corners, please.
The starting bell rings for the first round. The crowd and the world watches as violence is painted across the canvas.
This is amazing work from Khan right now as he rains down. May be able to finish.
Round 1 ends with assurance that this round was won for the red corner. The second round starts with high intensity, just like the first. Alexandre begins pulling away with his surmounting pressure and his opponent crumbling.
Elbow, crank on it again, squeeze it on the bicep, rolls it over, has the legs trapped. The anaconda is applied.
It's in. Oh!
Just as Blin predicted, a spectacular finish. Clean, clinical, minimal damage, maximum statement. With that, Alexandre Blin announces himself to the world, not just as a rising star, but as one of the premier fighters in the division. A new spotlight now burns across his shoulders. The road to One Championship's main roster just got a little shorter. It's over in moments, but the echoes of a performance like this stretch far beyond the cage. For some fighters, winning is about validation. For others, it's about survival. But for Alexandre Blin, it's about proving, not to the world, but to himself, that he belongs in this arena. He's no longer the kid wondering where he fits. Not Thai enough, not French enough, not this, not that. Those questions don't matter when your hand is raised, when your opponent is laid out on the canvas, and the stadium lights hit your skin like a spotlight from the heavens. This win isn't just another number on his record. It's a chapter closed. A chapter of doubt, of identity, of searching for something that's always lived inside of him.
Again, the confidence in this young man.
Back in Phuket, under the brutal sun and unforgiving repetition of training, Alex made a silent promise that when the lights hit, he'd show the world what it really means to come from two cultures, two fighting heritages, and turn it into one destiny. Now, he exits the cage, face untouched, breath steady, heart full. The next chapter begins. He's 5-0, and the world is watching.